Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I am your host, Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight. Tuesday the 8th of November, 2022. It's a privilege to be here one more time, viewers. Remember to share our live stream. We are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, and we are on TikTok. So it's Real Talk with Saieed Ali on Facebook. It's TT Real Talk on YouTube. And on TikTok, it's Saieed Ali Real Talk. Saieed Ali Real Talk on TikTok, Real Talk with Saieed Ali on Facebook, and on YouTube, it's TT Real Talk. So a pleasant good night to you in Trinidad and Tobago, up the Caribbean, and around the globe. Remember, Real Talk Credit Union Information has presently opened its doors to members of Trinidad and Tobago. So if you want to be a member of the Real Talk Credit Union, that is information, not a problem. We have savings account open for you, 2% annually. We also have fixed deposits, 3.5% in Real Talk Group of Companies. The one thing with Real Talk Credit Union, you could come and open a savings account for your kids. In financial institutions throughout Trinidad and Tobago, such as the banks, they will not allow you to open an account for your kids because they are under 18 and no savings for them. But at Real Talk Credit Union, you could come, set up your account, the grandmother's account, the father's, the family account, and even the kids' account. Only at Real Talk Credit Union. So Trinidad and Tobago, I am proud to say we have officially opened our doors for members who wants to be members. You want to be a member? Not a problem. You can contact us at 238-6716, 339-1670, 242-7690, or 267-7325. Now, all you need to open an account with us is 2 forms of ID, a utility bill, a job letter, and payslip if possible. That is all you need. You are a Trinidadian. You don't need a declaration signed by a dead grandmother. As long as you have 2 forms of ID that belongs to Trinidad and Tobago, a utility bill, or a consent form that is signed by the individual who's the bill name on, it is the most simplest way to open an account, to start saving money. So if you want to be a member of the Real Talk Credit Union, is not a problem. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road in Shogunas. So look us up on Facebook, at Real Talk Credit Union, and you will see our location and information. So remember, I'm a licensed money lender. Those of you who are looking for cash borrow, it's not a problem. Money is not a problem to get. All you have to do is have some form of security, collateral as we would say. You could use house, land, gold, a vehicle. This is what you can use. So Trinidad and Tobago, I am here and we are here to stay. Real Talk Group of Companies. Now, Real Talk Group of Companies is comprised of Real Talk Group of Companies. You have Real Talk with Saieed Ali on television. We have Real Talk Security and Intelligence. We have Real Talk Real Estate. And newly opened information, Real Talk Credit Union. So Real Talk is growing. It is growing. Local and regional. Remember that, Trinidad and Tobago. I am here to stay. Those of you who have a spiritual problem, you can contact me at 339-1670 or pay me a visit and we will see what your problem is like. So as we start our program tonight, viewers, the Parliament's National Security Joint Select Committee will hold a virtual public meeting on Wednesday from 2:30 p.m. With recent times, 2 of its members, Oropouche East MP Dr. Rudal Munilal and Opposition Senator Jayanti Lakshmidal, have called on the committee to meet urgently to question officials from law enforcement agency about the state of crime in our country. In a signal letter dated October 26 to Monilal and Lakshmidal, JSC Chairman Keith Scotland reminded them that when the committee last met in October 25th, it agreed to do an examination into the factors that contribute to the prevalence of illegal firearm and gun violence. Scotland, who is Port of Spain, South MP, states that October 26 was set as a tentative date set for the JSC to receive submission from stakeholders. Scotland directed the committee secretary to circulate Monilal and Lakshmidal letters to other JSC members and have their requests discussed at the next meeting of the committee as a matter of urgency. So how can we fix crime in Trinidad and Tobago? We talk about illegal firearms. How do we fix illegal firearm in Trinidad and Tobago? You tell me. So tonight, yes, we discussed crime before, but tonight we're going to discuss. And I want you to be open with me. I want you to interact with me tonight because no other program in Trinidad and Tobago allows you to interact with their hosts as we do. Now, how do we fix the illegal firearm situation in Trinidad and Tobago? How do we fix that? Let me hear some ideas from you all in our country. Because according to Heinz, 7,000 illegal firearms were presently destroyed. To prevent those firearms from going back in the hands of citizens. How do we fix this illegal problem? 2386716 is the phone line to call in. I want to hear from you tonight. Is the Ministry of National Security doing enough to fix the illegal gun problem? Is the minister acting accordingly? Is the acting commissioner of police doing enough? Is TTPS making enough random raids in Trinidad and Tobago? Is the Security Council of Trinidad and Tobago acting on reports? Now keep in mind, former Attorney General and the present Attorney General know of gang members. They know how much gangs there are in Trinidad and Tobago. They know how much gang members that are existing in Trinidad and Tobago. But what is the key back from fixing the problem? Everyone wants peace in Trinidad. Even gang leaders want peace. Ministers want peace. High-ranking police officer, Ministry of National Security wants peace. Gang leaders want peace. The citizens of our country want peace. But how do we actually fix a country to get peace? I want to hear ideas from the public tonight. Since they are having a public meeting on Wednesday from 2:30 p.m. And I am sure some minister or somebody works in the ministry office is actually listening to us tonight. Maybe you can call in, give me some ideas on air that they will be able to take back to colleagues during this meeting. So how do we fix it? What do we need? More border patrols, more security on the beaches, more what? More raids? How do we fix it? How do we really fix the gun problem in our country? I mean, every day somebody is being killed with an illegal firearm. Somebody's house is being broken into with individuals who poses with illegal firearm. Somebody lost their car because they were robbed at gunpoint. Some jewelry store, some grocery, some business place are robbed on a daily basis with illegal firearm in individuals' possession. So my question to you tonight is how do we get illegal firearm out of the hands of citizens? Caller, good night.
Mr. Saeed, great program as usual.
Thank you.
But when you have a notorious gang leading a country, they inflict crime on their citizens. Every law that is passed in this country is to punish the citizen. So, the citizen, everywhere you go, there's good and bad in every country. So in this country, could this problem with guns and gangs and it could have been fixed a long time, But when they deport these no good from the United States of America, the PNM say, no, we have to protect their identity. We can't allow people to know who they are.
Correct.
We can't let people know them in the village and so on.
Yes.
So the problem gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and the PNM is responsible for it. So they call in the shots for the PNM, the gangs in the country. I say he know how much thousands of gangs it have in the country. It have 12,000 weapons in the country.
Yes.
You know that, and what you're doing about it? What you're doing about it? Crime is big business in this country because lawyers making money off of this. The government, this bunch of pirates we have in the country, making money, stealing directly under the disguise of the legal fees and legal briefs and so on. It's over $1 billion they spend already since they're in office in legal brief and legal fees, I don't know what tell the nation what it is, and we are seeing no light. Every day, every weekend is 10 people dying. We are seeing nothing good happening. But they would not go to Parliament to implement laws, to pass laws, to make crime unattractive in this country. They wouldn't do it. So then it tells you one thing. They all are benefiting from this crime. And we fighting, Mr. Said. People like you fighting to see this country develop and you're doing it. You're trying your best. You open credit union and all of these kind of things. You're encouraging people to live a better life. But those filthy worms that we have here leading this country, they want the country to remain like this. And problem may go fix. But we will try our best. And if we get about 10 more people like you, maybe we will see where we will end up in a few years. But God bless you. Long live you and your program, Mr. Said. Take care.
Thank you, my friend. So, viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. But when we come back, we're going to talk about Jacob and the facial recognition software to fight crime coming soon after this break.
Real Talk Credit Union stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Real Talk Group of Companies building at number 14 Garoni Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also find us on Facebook at Real Talk Credit Union.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saeed, Managing Director of Real Talk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
Do you want to make the best investment but not sure where to turn? Put your mind at ease and worry no more. Real Talk Group of Companies is giving you a whopping 3.5% interest on your investments. Come on down and visit us today. We have 2 convenient locations just for you. Visit us at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando. Sit back and watch your money grow at Real Talk Investment. Do contact us now at 238-6716, 339-1670, or 242-7690. Our team of professionals are waiting for you. Grab this opportunity and invest today. Real Talk Investment, helping real people make real money. This ad was paid for by the Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. As police intensify the efforts to fight the rising murder rate, Acting Police Commissioner McDonald Jacob has revealed that soon they will be using facial recognition software to detect and prevent crime. So you're going to tell me, after all this time, it took months to get the COC, Certificate of Character System, back up and running. Months. Now you're telling me you want to use facial recognition. Jacob stated that a new technology should be introduced soon which can help in some way or the other, as he expressed his happiness that it was the next step after the grid with CCTV. So after how much years security now going to get facial recognition? Imagine that. After how many years? Donkey could have been talking by now. Donkey could have been talking by now. Rooster could have get up and say, "Good morning, neighbor." Does the Ministry of National Security has the proper equipment to stop crime in Trinidad? Because if they now want to introduce facial recognition, are we in the 21st century moving with technology? When we're supposed to have this type of equipment already? Keep in mind, murderers getting bail now. Keep that in mind. So you're killing outside, you're going in jail, you're spending probably almost a year, 2 years. Your lawyer will submit a form, and you'll be granted bail. You come out back to kill again. Hooray! Well done. That is justice in Trinidad and Tobago. He added that the TTPS is eagerly awaiting this CCTV grid to assist them in their crime-fighting initiative. I will tell you something, there's always something that keeps them back, Now it's CCTV. Now it's CCTV problem. However, Jacob said he could not provide information on how many of those cameras were already installed or were being installed. The acting cop also states that with some opening several new National Operations Center across the country, TTPS has already staffed that can manage these new CCTV grids. He said some officers will have to be trained, but he does not foresee an issue with having adequate staff for the system. He noted that another national security agency was currently testing the facial recognition software, which TTPS will have access to soon. We're in 2022. 2022. TTPS, Ministry of National Security, supposed to have facial recognition software up and running in Trinidad and Tobago decades ago. Because I have been hearing about facial recognition since I was about 15 years old. Today I am 47. Imagine that. And we are in the year 2022, where Jacob or the Ministry of National Security now wants to introduce facial recognition. Nothing's wrong with it. It is all well and good, but it's just we are a little too late. Caller, good night.
Saieed.
Hello?
Yes, Saieed. Good night.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Saieed, that whole facial recognition software business, it is not about crime fighting. It's about having us under what you call the Chinese social credit score. This is what it is about. They allow crime to be a runaway horse that they could have control. Easy. But now, in order to have the program, never lose sight of what COVID is about. COVID is about bringing the world into one box. This is what it is, and eventually you will see it, just a matter of time. Now they're using it conveniently for crime. Yeah, look, the Prime Minister say he's going to install 5,000 more cameras in an island like this. What that is about? $160 million? What that is about? We don't need all of that. Crime is a simple business. Just get people work. Let them get things to do.
Correct.
And that's about it. Okay, Saieed, thanks.
Thank you, my friend. I'm going to tell you something. Facial recognition is supposed to be existing in Trinidad for the last 20, 30, 40 years. I'm telling you. That system is out in the world decades ago. Decades ago. So the former Minister of National Security and the minister before that, what they were doing? What were they doing? Carrie introduced body cameras. This acting commissioner introduced face recognition software. But these are things that belong to the Ministry of National Security, TTPS officers, agencies, but they're supposed to be in existence at least 20, 30, 40 years ago. And that is the problem. You see, the Ministry of National Security is being allocated with a junk of money. But do they have the right tools to work as a security agency? Does TTPS have the proper equipment to work as a security agency? To fight crime in Trinidad and Tobago? Ask yourself that. An apology came from TNT Scrap Iron Dealers Association President Alison Ferguson at a media conference yesterday as he tried to make amends for the many thieves
we had recommended for
in his sector that had affected business and government institutions in recent times. Wait now. Like they're going to open the scrap iron industry. This was the first thing Alan Ferguson, not condemning, not condemning, but this was the first thing Alan Ferguson supposed to do when the government decided to shut down the scrap iron industry. You're supposed to give an apology, not come out and fight the government when they are actually trying to prevent something. Alan Ferguson however, despite his apology, Ferguson again called on the government to show leniency and reopen the scrap metal industry. Ferguson states that he wanted to apologize to Trinidad and Tobago for all the havoc the person in his industry caused, which had a severe cost to the country. You see, this is the first thing the first thing you're supposed to come out and do, come out and apologize to the citizens, apologize to the government, apologize to national security, not because you are the leader of the scrap iron industry, you know, but as a businessman in scrap metal, but as the president of the association. Let me tell you something. Trinidad and Tobago, the citizens suffered. Business suffered. WASA suffered. TSTT, maybe Digicel, maybe Flow, whatever telecom companies they are in Trinidad, they lost the lines, they lost copper. WASA lost brass connection. And he fought against it, only to realize, make an apology. It's the first thing you're supposed to do. Come out as the president of the scrap iron industry and apologize. You're never too big. I just always say that. I am never too big to say sorry. I am never too big to say I was wrong. I always say that. I am not too big to say forgive me. At the end of the day, I am a human being. And if I say, here, it's not, forgive me now. I'm sorry. I'm apologizing. Which means I have acknowledged I did something. And you're being the bigger one. And you're coming out. And you're explaining yourself, here we're going on National and Tobago. I do want to apologize for the theft of the manholes, the copper, WASA losing connections. Me as the president, I do apologize. You're apologizing because in the scrap iron industry, dealers that is purchasing these things. A grocery ain't purchasing it. Me ain't purchasing it. A car dealer ain't purchasing it. A market vendor ain't purchasing it. The medical fraternity ain't purchasing copper and metal. No. No. The industry has been crippled in the wake of Attorney General Regional Armour decision to ban the export of all scrap metal since August 2022. The ban is scheduled to end in February 2023, but Armour has indicated that they will try to reopen it once they get the legislation in place to regulate the industry. Many persons are now on the broadline and families are being displaced due to the industry shutting down. Ferguson said they cannot wait until next year. He also added that he attempted to meet Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley to discuss the issue at the People's National Movement meeting at Signature Hall in Chaguanas, but was unsuccessful after the PM security team prevented them from doing so. An apology to the nation was the best thing. Was the best thing. And is the best thing. Now that there are months going into the ban, they realize now that they were wrong. They now realize that. But nevertheless, it's better late than never. So I do want to say thanks to Mr. Ferguson for apologizing to Trinidad and Tobago and the citizens. Because being the president of the association, you would understand that the scrap iron dealers who were purchasing these things. Why am I going to purchase copper? Why am I going to purchase some valve, some brass valve that WASA have on a connection? No, I would not purchase that. My company doesn't lend money. We don't purchase scrap iron. A grocery owner would not purchase that. Why? They sell groceries. They sell dry goods. What would they do with purchasing iron? Same thing with that doctor. Same thing with a taxi driver. And these are the facts in Trinidad and Tobago that we would like to overlook. You know why I come here? Sometimes I bash the government, sometimes I bash citizens. You know why? Why the government side? Why are you bashing the government? Because the government has responsibilities to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. That is what they have. They owe us that. That is why I come here. I will bash our minister because of his portfolio. Yep. That's just me. But nevertheless, he came forward and he apologized. All well and good. I am big enough to say, well done. Well done. Because yes, we understand those of you who work in the scrap iron industry are out of a job. Some look for other jobs. Some are working in other companies, doing some, let's say, independent work. But they are working. They are working. So thank you, Alan Ferguson, for coming out and apologizing to the citizens and to the government instead of bashing. Because if the scrap iron industry were running and the dealers would say, we're not purchasing stolen items, we're not purchasing copper, we're not purchasing brass, there would have been a difference. Who knows, the government may have already revisited the legislation and decide to open it early because of the fact that you come forward and apologize. Now that could happen. There's a lot of things that goes on that many people don't know how to address. But say what? We learn from our mistakes, we educate ourselves, and we continue pressing forward. So while we're pressing forward, I want you to understand that Real Talk Credit Union is open for members. You want to be a member of the credit union? Not a problem. Contact us. Contact us. Our numbers are on screen. They are running on a ticker underneath the blue line on your screen. So contact us for the credit union to come set up an account. Start saving with us. Only at Real Talk Credit Union, you're getting to open an account for your kid, you know. Yes. Trust me, I know what I'm saying. I'm here to change banking in Trinidad and Tobago. Believe me, I will do it. If I could push for laws and legislations and get it passed, and I tell you I'm changing this, believe me, I am here to make a change. So we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, PM prevails 80 million CCTV network plan after this break.
Do you want to make the best investment but not sure where to turn? Put your mind at ease and worry no more. Real Talk Group of Companies is giving you a whopping 3.5% interest on your investments. Come on down and visit us today. We have 2 convenient locations just for you. Visit us at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando. Sit back and watch your money grow at Real Talk Investment. Do contact us now at 238-6716, 339-1670, or 242-7690. Our team of professionals are waiting for you. Grab this opportunity and invest today. Real Talk Investment, helping real people make real money. This ad was paid for by the Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Real Talk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Real Talk Credit Union stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtor Group of Companies building at number 14 Garoni Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also find us on Facebook at Real Talk Credit Union.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Realtor Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Garoni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
Welcome back to Trinidad and Tobago. Prime Minister Dr. Saieed Ali have stated that the government has spent $80 million to install 2,500 CCTV cameras across the country to give TTPS an extra boost in its fight against the criminal element. Previously, Dr. Ali, as head of the National Security Council, met with the division heads at the Diplomatic Center in St. Anne's amid the rising crime situation in the country. The PM states that when he asked the senior officers what the government could do to assist in their crime-fighting efforts, several of the heads said CCTV cameras would allow TTPS to identify criminals. In fact, he said the government intends to install even more CCTV systems in the coming months and intend to install another 2,500. This means that there will be 5,000 public cameras in public space where they're going to own and operate by the government of Trinidad and Tobago. Listen to this, citizens.
We were able to tell them, well, we are on that track because the government has just spent $80 million to provide 2,500 cameras at various locations across this country, and they are being installed as I speak to you now. And the intention is to buy another 2,500. That means there'll be 5,000 public cameras and public spaces and select places in this country which are operated and owned by the government of Trinidad and Tobago. But we're going further than that.
Dr. Rowley said, private citizens and business owners who want to install CCTV system as a level of protection have also been considered. The PM added that the government will soon give a tax uplift for individual homes and individuals to put cameras in and around their homes in this country. Listen to our Prime Minister.
I've had discussions before with the Minister of Finance, and he will operationalize it, where we are going to make not only tax-free, but for the next 12 months from whenever the Minister of Finance does it for a 12-month period, we will give a tax uplift, a tax break. So if you spend $100, we'll make it $100 plus as a tax break for the corporate sector and for individual homes or individuals to put cameras in and around your households in this country. Because these criminals, they have to come out from the hole and they have to move. And when they do that, these cameras, the police will use these movements and these records to assist in the fight against crime in Trinidad and Tobago. So that's very good for this.
Well done. Well done. I must say kudos to the Prime Minister for doing that for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Even though it's a little late, we're still getting it done. Minister of National Security Fitzgerald Hines have stated that up to last month, there were 1,123 fully functional closed-circuit television CCTV cameras throughout TNT. But it is expected that the new cameras which are being acquired will be operational in about 1 year. Responding to queries from opposition MP during the minister's question period in Parliament, Hines said, according to information from the police commissioner, as of October 10, 2022, there were 1,796 cameras installed throughout TNT. How many are functional? This is the question we need. According to Hines, 1,123 are fully functional. He also added that of this number, 1,123 were fully functional, with 673 considered to be either non-functional or functional with limitation. Listen to this. Some little disruption with the audio there, but Hines said there would be 673 considered to be either non-functional or functional with limitation. Hines noted that the equipment is subject to the, I love this man, you know. It's subjected to the vagaries of weather, strong winds, and culprits taking shots at them. So in other words, the weather could spoil the camera. In other countries, have hailstorm, they have thunderstorm, they have high winds, and their camera remain working. In Trinidad, the weather spoiling it. The ministry is also in process of upgrading and expanding this network. On the plans of acquiring new cameras, which were recently announced by the PM, and the time frame in which the new cameras will be operational, Hines states that the contractual arrangement provided for 2 years. Let me tell you something. So, listen to this video now.
According to information received from the Commissioner of Police, as at October the 10th, 2022, there were 1,796 closed-circuit television cameras installed throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Of this number, 1,123 were, as at that date, fully functional, with 673 considered to be either non-functional or, in 356 cases, functional with some limitation. Madam Speaker, it is instructive to note that the number of fully functional CCTV cameras continue to move as it changes on a daily basis, with variations by the hour, sometimes even a few minutes.
$673 considered to be either non-functional or functional. Who is monitoring these cameras? How could we have 673 cameras either non-functional or functional with limit? Are you not sure? Are you not sure? You, Minister of National Security, your agency that monitored these cameras supposed to know exactly where this 673 cameras are. And they will tell you if it is functional or not. Say something, somebody. Because if you put up cameras around your home and you're looking at the cameras on your television, you must be able to know which camera is not working. Because on that spot where the camera is supposed to be focusing, you will see a black box. So how could Hines, a minister, comes on a podium and say 673 cameras either working or non-functional or with limitation? You tell me, Trinidad and Tobago, when you install cameras around your house, and you will know which one is working and which one is not working? I don't know, maybe I'll come and say, will teach me that. Or maybe the bird just whistle, doodly 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 doo doo doo. So Hines want to tell me now, 673 either non-functional or with limitation. Who is monitoring these cameras? Can't you look at your screen and know where this camera is located? If it is non-functional. And then now you would say, Saeed, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing, don't mention nothing. Just let it go as it's going. Correct? I hear you. Caller, good night. Hello?
Yes, hi, good night.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Saeed, two quick points there. But firstly, right, you're talking concerning Hines and the cameras and things, right? Now,
yes.
People need to understand in this countryside, everything is about giving a contract and selling something and getting something new. They do not maintain anything in this countryside. That is the reason why they do not know what cameras working, where have cameras, where don't have cameras, because they don't maintain anything. Look at all the water taxis, for instance. How many times they buy water taxis and everything packed up in Shagamas? Now, the 2 points I want to make real quick here. I was really upset this week because I was reading the papers, right? And you know that it have HDC tenants in Port Spain side. That HDC paying 40% at their utility bill side. Do you know that?
Say what that again?
They have tenants in Port Spain. Right? And HDC is paying 40% of all their utility bills. So, you tell me, right? I'm trying to figure out it because they were talking about the rent they owe in and things, right?
Correct, yes.
The article, right? Right. Not to mention they owing the people rent for how many years?
Yes.
HDC still paying
their light bills.
Their light bill, water bill, etc.
Correct.
And they're looking to come now and tax all the rest of people now in the country, property tax, to mind these people's side. I don't know, I'm trying to figure out it because apparently it have one reason and one set of people in this country that they go down tax to mind the rest of the country now. And that unfair to we because we working hard, getting up early in the morning, going out where we have to do. And some people just don't want to work and them expect to get everything handed to them now. And it's not fair to we. And the last thing is that today's paper side, I read an article where a so-called person, a blogger on Facebook. And
I saw it.
They're paying she $30,000 and then can't give her job description. What is woman reading? She lying and calling members lying. So them squandering all the money, all side. And she job is to defend all the wrongdoing that the PNM doing. And if you start to talk about the PNM, she just started blasting on Facebook. That is she job. And calling members and paying this woman all this money time. To do what? And then they come in now and want to tax everybody again. Because they don't have money, they're raising gas price. For what? The point is, they squander any money.
Correct.
You enjoy your night.
Thank you, my friend. The Minister of Finance projects to collect in $680 million or possibly more from the tax amnesty that is due to begin on November 14th. Finance Minister Colin Mimbut indicates this in piloting a finance bill in Parliament on Friday. Now listen this, Listen this, Mimbut states that from the upcoming amnesty, the government projects to collect $680 million, or even twice as that much. He said the tax amnesty would also assist those who were unable to pay their tax on time during the COVID-19 pandemic. Listen to this.
In the recently concluded 2021 tax amnesty, a total of 25,920 taxpayers availed themselves of the opportunity offered by the state. That's the last amnesty, where we collected $1.1 billion. For this tax amnesty, we are being quite conservative. We are forecasting that we will collect $680 million. And if what happened in 2019 happens in 2022-23, then the actual collection of revenue could be as much as twice that figure. We expect at least 30,000 taxpayers to benefit from this amnesty, and we shall see how it goes. But we do believe that it is necessary to assist those businesses that had difficulty during the COVID period.
So imagine that, The minister added that in all amnesties, there were long lines. There were long lines at the Board of Inland Revenue, especially on the last day. And it was projected in 2019 that the government would collect $1 billion, but actually receive $2.4 billion. Listen to the minister.
In all amnesties, we've had very long queues at the Inland Revenue Division, particularly on the last day. You know, Trinidadians and Tobagonians, how they operate, last minute. But, be that as it may, and just let me correct one statement I gave there, because I realized that when I was reading it, it didn't seem to gel with my own memory. In 2019, we actually collected $2.4 billion. We were looking for $1 billion, and we collected $2.4 billion in 2019. And that assisted us no end with our cash flow issues in 2019.
So you hear that? While the amnesty will waiver penalties and interest on tax payment, he said it does not waiver the actual tax owed and was not a get-out-of-jail card as most tax offense carries. Jail time imposed at a judge discretion. Listen to this.
In all amnesties, we've had very long queues at the Inland Revenue Division, particularly on the last day. And I want to repeat again that the amnesty does not reduce your tax liability. The amnesty is available to all taxpayers, so there is no particular individual who is getting a benefit. There is no favoritism, there is no nepotism involved in an amnesty. It is across the board to every single taxpayer in Trinidad and Tobago, the hundreds of thousands of taxpayers. It is not a get-out-of-jail card, because most tax offenses carry terms of imprisonment that may be imposed at the discretion of a judge. A tax amnesty does not interfere with that discretion, nor does it interfere with the Board of Inland Revenue's ability to pursue criminal conduct. In other words, criminals who are pursuing tax fraud can be prosecuted before, during, and after a tax amnesty. It makes no difference.
Call a good night.
Saieed, I know time is of essence now, so I will highlight the important thing that I want to say.
Yes.
I saw a parent or relative beating a full standard child yesterday, walking home with a belt in her face, in the child's face.
Wow.
When she tired, hit her with the belt, which I think is a white belt. The belt was the child belt, because when I look at the uniform, it's El Sicoro, Islamia TIA, that the little infant go into. If you have to chastise your child, you go home, you sit her down, and you correct her whatever she did wrong. Saieed lashes with those belts across her face.
Wow.
Then she hit her on her arms and back in her face, right? If a police vehicle was nearby, I sure stop them and send them to arrest that woman. That is the abuse that our children, our babies are going through in this country at the hands of parents and relatives. When will it stop? Right? Now what is that child to do? A big woman doing that to a little infant? Boy, that she got away yesterday because I couldn't find a squad car or a police vehicle to send them immediately to arrest her. She wasn't coming out because I have the photo of where she was abusing the child. Right? Tomorrow, please God, I'll call and talk what I have to talk. But this I wanted to highlight that I witnessed yesterday evening. Thank you, Saieed.
Thank you, my dear, for highlighting it. Hey, toddlers, how could you hit a toddler, an infant? I mean, they're so small and they're so cute. I can't understand that, you know. I can't understand that. I cannot understand that. So viewers, we are out of time for tonight. But nevertheless, I'm Saieed Ali. You are viewing Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Remember, those of you who would like to be members of our credit union, contact us. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road in Shogunas. Let me tell you something. This credit union will change banking in Trinidad and Tobago. Mark my words and watch what I'm telling you. Until we meet again, good night.